大家好 Welcome back to Edupedia World Videos. We are now at lesson 31.1 where we'll look at another poem. As promised, I will present you with a famous Tang poem, which is usually the very first poem that every kid will learn. And this will be a good connector between you and Chinese culture or a Chinese person because most likely he will know this poem. So let's get started. So the poem title is 静夜思. It is by Li Bai. As I said, it's the most famous poet in Tang Dynasty. The title is Quiet Night Thoughts. So the poem goes like this. 床前明月光，疑是地上霜。举头望明月，低头思故乡。We just dive right into the new words so you understand what they mean. So let's look at the title first. It is 静夜思, Quiet Night Thoughts. All these three words are new to you, so I will just introduce you one by one. So the first one is 静. 静 means quiet, or static, or calm. So you understand why it's being used here. It is to refer to as quiet. This is the pinyin 静 and the radical is this one. What's on the left there? The arrangement is horizontal because you can see there's left and right components. Let's look at how to write 静. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 strokes for this word, 静. The next word is 夜. 夜 means night. This is the pinyin 夜, and the radical is this one. The arrangement is complex because you have top and bottom component, while for the bottom component, yes, it has left and right components. Let's look at how to write 夜. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 strokes for this word 夜. I know you have learned another word that is corresponding to night, which is 晚上, but this word 夜 is also commonly used. So sometimes we want to say day and night. He's working day and night. We can say 日日夜夜. So 日 is the meaning of day, and night we say it as 夜. The next word is 思. 思 is to mean to think or to consider. So 静夜思 it just means quiet night thoughts. Some thoughts you have when you are in a quiet night. This is the pinyin 思, and the radical is this one. So the arrangement is vertical because you have the top and bottom components with the bottom components as the radical. Here's how to write 思. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 strokes for this word, 思. So let's go to the first verse. Again, this poem, the structure is 5 words in a verse and 4 verses in one poem. So it's the same as the last poem that we learned. So the first verse, 床前明月光, it means the bright moon light before my bed. The first word, 床, it means bed. This is the pinyin 床, and the radical is this one. It's enclosure because the radical is wrapping what's inside here. Let's look at how to write 床. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 strokes for this word, 床. The next word is 光. 光 means light, brightness, ray, or shine. Basically anything related to light. You can use this word. This is the pinyin 光, and the radical is this one. The arrangement is simple. Let's look at how to write 光. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 strokes for this word, 光. So 床前明月光. 前, as you know, it is before or previous or in front of. 床前 is just before bed. And 明月, as you have learned, it is 明 is bright, okay? 月 is moon, and the 光 is light, so 明月光 is the bright moonlight. Okay, he's describing the moonlight before his bed. Okay, what you can see when you're on the bed. So 疑是地上霜 is, I thought it was frost on the ground. So there are two new words here. The first word is 疑. 疑 means suspect or doubt. This is the pinyin 疑, and the radical is this one. The arrangement is complex. As you can see, there's left and right component, and for both components, they have the top and bottom components. So here's how to write 疑. 1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10、11、12、13、14. Okay, 14 strokes for this word, 疑. The next word is 霜. 霜 means frost. This is the pinyin 霜. And the radical is this one. What's on top there? The arrangement is complex because you have top and bottom components, while for the bottom components, it has left and right components. This is how to write 霜. 1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10、11、12、13、14、15、16、17. 17 strokes for this word, 霜. So 疑是地上霜 is to mean I suspect or doubt, or in other words, you just thought, okay? You thought that it's the frost on the ground. So basically, it's just to say the moonlight before my bed looks like the frost on the ground. Okay, as you can imagine, as the moonlight is shining to the ground, it is very bright and pure that it's like the frost on the ground. This is a very romantic description of the scene, alright, before he goes to the center of his thoughts. So the third was 举头望明月. It is to say, I lift my head to view the bright moon. 举 means to lift, to raise, okay, or it can be used as a noun. It means action. This is the pinyin 举, and the radical is this one. The arrangement is simple. Let's look at how to write 举. 1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9. 9 strokes for this word, 举. The next word is 望. 望 is to view, okay, but this kind of view is more of a distance, okay. When you look at the distance, it is 望. If you look at, like, let's say, at a short distance, like reading a book, it is not as view. And because at a long distance, so it can be thought, it has the meaning of hope as well. You think in the future you have something. So 望, it has the meaning of hope. And to visit as well, as you are visiting one person, you're going a long way to see a person. So it is used as view. Wang has the meaning of, okay. This is the pinyin Wang, and the radical is this one. The arrangement is complex. As you can see, there's top and bottom component, while for the top component, it has left and right components. Let's look at how to write Wang. 1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10、11. Okay, 11 strokes for this word, 望. 举头望明月. It should be very straightforward. It's just to lift your head. As 举头, you have learned that it's lift or raise, and 头 is head. So 举头望明月. 举头 is just to say you lift your head, you raise your head. And then 望明月 is to view at a distance at the bright moon. The whole thing is very simple. It's just to raise your head to view the bright moon. Let's see what's happening next. So he ended the poem with 低头思故乡. Lower it, so lower your head, thinking of my hometown. I'll explain the new words first. So 低 means low, or it can be used as a verb in this context, it means to lower something. In this case, your head. This is the pinyin, D, and the radical is this one, what's on the left there. The arrangement is horizontal because you have left and right components here. Let's look at how to write D. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 strokes for this word, D. The next word is 故. 故 means old, but it can also be used as therefore or cause of something, cause and effect of something. Okay, but of course in this context it means old. Okay, this is the pinyin 故. This is the radical, what's on the right there. The arrangement is horizontal because you have left and right components here. Let's look at how to write 故. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 strokes for this word, 故. The next word is 乡. 乡 means village. This is the pinyin 乡. This is the radical. The arrangement is simple. Let's look at how to write 故. 1, 乡. 1, 2, 3. Okay, just 3 strokes for this word, 乡. Okay, so the whole thing, 故乡, it means hometown, like old village. It means like my home village, but in English you would say hometown. 低头, lower your head. 思, as I said, is to think or to consider. 故乡 is the hometown, so I lower my head and think about my hometown. Alright, so that's the whole poem. Let's look at the whole poem again. So, 静夜思 quiet night thoughts, 床前明月光，疑是地上霜. It is to say, the big bright moon before my bed, I thought it's the frost on the ground. So first describing the environment, because moon, it is usually round, and for round it means reunion. But in this quiet night, it seems that he's not in his hometown, that's why he's thinking of it. So 举头望明月, you look at the moon on the sky, and then you lower your head and you think about your hometown. So it's quite a melancholy and a lot of sentiments that goes into this poem. So 静夜思, in a quiet night, you think about your hometown. Okay, it has a lot of description of the surrounding and also actions of what you've done to make you think about your hometown. Okay, and you can see that this has rhymes in it, like 光, 霜, 香. It has a strict rhyme in it. And also you can see a lot of symmetry that goes into this poem. So 明月 is on the sky, 地上 is on the ground, and both they are the words, and then the two actions, they contradict to each other in this last two verses. So one is lift up your head and the other one is lower your head, and this middle word is the verbs, and finally the two words there at the back, it is the nouns. Specifically, the fourth word is to describe the noun. Okay, so old, your old village, or the bright moon. Alright, so now you understand more of the structure and grammar about Tang poetry and how the ancient Chinese language works. So now you really appreciate how poetry works in Chinese language. So in this lesson, you have learned all these words, the new words, and also the very famous poem in Chinese culture. Okay, specifically, you learn Quiet Night Thoughts, the title, and also some other objects like bed, light, frost, hometown village, as well as some verbs such as frost, lift, view, lower. Alright, so that's all I have for Tang poetry. now I want to get into song poetry. Okay, so the song here is not the song that we sing. Well, it can be a song to be sung, but this is more of another dynasty, okay, which has a type of poem that is different from what we have learned just now. All right, so next one, you will not learn an entire poem like what we did in this lesson and the previous lesson, but you'll get to know some very famous sentence in a song poetry. All right, thanks again for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. 谢谢，再见。